Today's Cancer horoscope for June 11, 2025. Dear Cancer, as the cosmic energies align on this significant day, you find yourself at an interesting crossroads. With the sun still journeying through Gemini and occupying your 12th house of the subconscious, hidden matters are coming to light. This is the final phase before your birthday season, a time of inner reflection and spiritual preparation. The moon, your ruling celestial body, forms a potent trine with Neptune today, deepening your intuitive abilities and emotional sensitivity. You may experience moments of profound clarity about situations that have previously seemed confusing or uncertain. Pay special attention to your dreams and those subtle nudges from your higher self. They contain valuable messages about your path forward. In your professional sphere, Mercury in your sign forms a favorable aspect with Saturn, helping you communicate your ideas with unusual precision and authority. This is an excellent day to present proposals, lead meetings, or negotiate terms that will benefit you in the long run. Your words carry weight today, and others are noticing your thoughtfulness and depth. For those seeking new opportunities, unexpected doors may open through conversations with established figures in your field. Your financial outlook shows promise as Venus forms a supportive angle with Jupiter, potentially bringing unexpected resources your way. This might manifest as a delayed payment finally arriving, a refund you weren't expecting, or recognition for your contributions that brings monetary reward. However, with Mars in your second house, exercise caution with impulsive spending, especially on technology or gadgets that catch your eye. In matters of the heart, this is a day of emotional depth rather than dramatic events. Long-term relationships benefit from an honest conversation about future plans and shared dreams. Single Cancers might feel drawn to someone who stimulates them intellectually, rather than the usual emotional connection you seek. This could develop into something meaningful if given time to unfold naturally. Health-wise, the planetary alignments suggest paying attention to your lymphatic system and digestive health. Staying hydrated is particularly important today, as is finding moments of peace amidst your busy schedule. Consider gentle movement like swimming or walking near water, which will help balance your sensitive Cancer energy. At home, you may feel a sudden urge to reorganize or redecorate a specific area, likely a space connected to rest or meditation. This impulse is aligned with your inner need to create sanctuary as you prepare for your upcoming solar return. Trust this instinct, as the changes you make now will support your emotional well-being in the months ahead. The evening hours bring a shift as the moon changes signs, potentially triggering a moment of emotional release. Something you've been holding on to, perhaps a grudge, a regret, or an outdated belief about yourself, is ready to be released. Allow this natural emotional cleansing without judgment. Your relationships with siblings or neighbors might require attention today. An unresolved issue from the past could resurface, offering an opportunity to heal and strengthen these connections. Approach any such conversations with your natural empathy, but also with clear boundaries about what you need going forward. For Cancer parents, your children may seem especially attuned to your emotional state today. This presents a beautiful opportunity to model healthy emotional processing and authentic communication. Share your feelings appropriately, demonstrating that sensitivity is a strength, not a weakness. Creatively, you're in a fertile period where ideas connected to memory, heritage, or family stories could develop into meaningful projects. Jot down the images and thoughts that come to you today. They contain the seeds of something that could eventually bring both personal fulfillment and recognition from others. Spiritually, this is a day of subtle awakening. You might notice synchronicities or meaningful coincidences that confirm you're moving in alignment with your higher purpose. The number 11 may appear repeatedly, reminding you of your connection to higher wisdom and the importance of trusting your unique intuitive gifts. Toward the end of the day, take a moment to connect with water in some form, whether through a bath infused with sea salt, standing in the rain, or simply enjoying a cup of herbal tea while listening to sounds of the ocean. This simple ritual will help integrate the insights of the day and prepare you for the dreams that may come during sleep. Remember, dear Cancer, this period just before your solar return is like the dark moon phase before rebirth. The quiet introspection and gentle releases happening now are preparing the ground for new growth, opportunities, and emotional fulfillment in your personal new year ahead. Trust the timing of your life and the wisdom of your tender, resilient heart. For Cancer, on June 11, 2025, the planetary positions create a fascinating celestial landscape that particularly influences your emotional and intuitive nature. The Sun continues its journey through Gemini, occupying your 12th house of subconsciousness and spiritual matters. At approximately 21 degrees Gemini, it forms a somewhat uncomfortable angle to your Cancer identity, suggesting a period where you may feel like operating behind the scenes rather than taking center stage. This position encourages deep introspection and connection with your inner wisdom before the Sun enters your sign later in the month. The Moon, your ruling celestial body, travels through Aquarius on this day, activating your 8th house of shared resources, transformation, and psychological depths. This creates a unique emotional signature where your typically private, protective nature feels drawn toward more experimental and unconventional approaches to emotional processing. You might find yourself suddenly comfortable discussing topics that normally feel too vulnerable to share. Mercury positioned in early Cancer actually works in your favor, having just entered your sign and 1st house. This placement amplifies your communication abilities and helps you articulate your feelings with remarkable clarity, something that doesn't always come easily to Cancer natives, who often communicate through emotional cues rather than direct expression. Venus in late Gemini in your privacy sector creates an interesting dynamic where you might find pleasure in solitude or secret connections. There's something developing behind the scenes in your relationships or creative endeavors that isn't quite ready for public disclosure. Mars in Taurus occupies your 11th house of friendships, social networks, and long-term aspirations, providing steady, determined energy to pursue collective goals. This position supports community-building efforts and gives you the endurance to work persistently toward manifestation of your deepest hopes. Jupiter, having recently moved into Virgo, illuminates your 3rd house of communication, learning, and local environment. This beneficial giant expands opportunities for intellectual growth and meaningful exchanges in your immediate surroundings. You might notice increased synchronicities in daily conversations or unexpected learning opportunities arising through siblings or neighbors. Saturn continues its journey through Pisces in your 9th house of higher education, philosophy, and long-distance matters. This creates a structured approach to expanding your worldview, perhaps through formal education or spiritual practice that requires discipline. Uranus in Gemini brings unexpected revelations through your 12th house of the unconscious mind. Dreams may be particularly vivid and insightful during this time, and psychological breakthroughs can happen suddenly, as this revolutionary planet disrupts old patterns of thinking that have been hidden from your conscious awareness. Neptune in Aries occupies your 10th house of career and public standing, creating both inspiration and potential confusion around your life direction. This transit suggests your professional path may involve more creative vision and spiritual elements than before, though you'll need to ensure you're not chasing illusions. Pluto in late Aquarius continues its slow transformation of your 8th house of shared resources and deep intimacy. This suggests profound changes in how you approach financial partnerships, investments, and emotional vulnerability with others. The North Node in Capricorn in your relationship house indicates that your evolutionary path involves developing more mature, structured approaches to partnerships, while the South Node in Cancer suggests you're learning to release overdependence on emotional comfort and familial patterns. A particularly notable aspect today is the sextile between Mercury in Cancer and Uranus in Gemini, creating a communicative bridge between your identity and your subconscious mind. Unexpected insights may surface that help you better understand your own psychological patterns. The moon forms a square to Venus, potentially creating tension between your emotional needs for connection and your desire for privacy. This aspect peaks in the afternoon hours, so be mindful of relationship dynamics during this time. As a Cancer, you'll find this day's planetary positions particularly potent for inner work and psychological understanding, even if they challenge your comfort zone in subtle ways. The aspects support deep healing, especially around family patterns or childhood experiences that may have shaped your emotional responses. Cancer, on June 11th, 2025, your communication landscape is particularly fascinating. With Mercury forming a trine to your ruling moon, there's a beautiful harmony between your thoughts and emotions today, creating an environment where your words carry unusual emotional resonance. This isn't just about speaking clearly. It's about conveying the depth of feeling that Cancers are known for in ways others can truly understand. The moon's position in Virgo brings analytical precision to your naturally intuitive communication style. You may find yourself articulating complex emotional concepts with surprising clarity today. Think of it as emotional intelligence meeting intellectual precision. This balance doesn't come often. The third house activation from Venus creates a particularly sweet tone to your conversations. Your words aren't just clear, they're comforting and appealing to others. This makes today exceptional for healing conversations or discussions that require both heart and head engagement. There's something magnetic about the way you're expressing yourself. People aren't just hearing your words, they're feeling them. However, with Saturn still casting a square from your ninth house, there's a note of caution around making promises or commitments in writing. Double-check important documents and be careful with how you phrase long-term agreements. What feels emotionally right in the moment might create structural challenges later. Your natural Cancer intuition is heightened today when it comes to reading the unspoken cues in conversation. You'll likely pick up on subtle emotional undercurrents that others miss. This gives you a significant advantage in negotiations or heart-to-heart talks. You're essentially receiving extra information others don't have access to. Consider recording voice notes or journaling today. The Mercury-Moon trine makes this an excellent day to capture your thoughts and feelings in ways that will remain meaningful when you revisit them later. Your words have staying power today. For Cancers in creative fields, this is a particularly productive period for writing, speaking, or any form of expression that combines emotional depth with clarity. Your ability to touch hearts while making perfect sense is at a peak. In professional settings, you might find yourself naturally taking on the role of emotional translator between colleagues. Your ability to understand both logical arguments and emotional positions makes you invaluable in team discussions. Pay particular attention to conversations with water signs today, Scorpio, Pisces, and fellow Cancers. There's a fluidity of understanding that creates profound connection possibilities. Words flow between you almost without effort. If you've been hesitant about having a difficult conversation with someone close to you, today offers a protected emotional space to express your needs clearly. The protective energy of your ruling moon creates a buffer that helps your message land gently. With Jupiter's position in your social sector, group discussions particularly favor you today. Your contributions in meetings, group chats, or community forums will be both well-received and influential. Don't hold back from sharing your perspective. Family communications are especially highlighted. The natural Cancer affinity for home and family receives cosmic enhancement today, making this an ideal time to address any ongoing domestic matters that require sensitive discussion. Notice how your body feels when speaking today. Cancer's connection to the chest and stomach means you might literally feel when you're expressing your authentic truth. A warmth or opening sensation in your torso often accompanies your most genuine expressions. Interestingly, written communication carries almost the same emotional weight as spoken words for you today. Emails, text messages, and social media posts created today will convey your emotional intent with unusual accuracy. Neptune's gentle trine from your fellow water sign Pisces enhances your intuitive speaking abilities. You'll find yourself knowing exactly what someone needs to hear, almost before they know it themselves. This makes you a powerful force for comfort and healing. If you've been working on a communication project, whether personal or professional, today brings a breakthrough in finding exactly the right words to express complex concepts. The Moon-Mercury harmony supports translating feelings into language. For Cancers in educational settings, today favors presentations, discussions, and any situation where you need to convey information with both clarity and emotional engagement. Your natural teaching abilities are amplified. Consider reaching out to someone you've lost touch with. The communicative energy today supports reconnection and healing of old misunderstandings. Past communication tangles may suddenly become easier to unravel. Throat chakra energy is particularly strong today. Some Cancers might benefit from literally giving voice to previously unexpressed feelings. Singing, humming, or even conscious sighing can help move emotional energy that's been stored in the body. Pay attention to dreams from last night and tonight. With Mercury and the Moon in harmony, your subconscious communication channels are wide open. Dream imagery may provide valuable insights into communication issues you're currently navigating. As we look ahead, this favorable communication aspect sets the stage for improved emotional expression throughout the month. The seeds planted in conversations today will continue to grow, particularly as the Moon completes its cycle. Cancer, June 11, 2025 brings a significant financial shift as your ruling planet. The Moon forms a supportive trine with Jupiter in your income sector. This cosmic alignment opens doors to monetary opportunities that have been developing behind the scenes for the past 3 weeks. The morning hours between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. mark your financial power period, when intuitive hunches about investments or money matters should be heeded carefully. Your natural intuition is heightened today, giving you a competitive edge in financial negotiations or when considering new income streams. With Mercury positioned favorably in your communication zone, discussions about raises, promotions, or contract terms are especially favored. Don't hesitate to advocate for your worth. A surprising Venus-Uranus aspect suggests an unexpected financial opportunity may arrive through a friend or social connection, perhaps an invitation to join an investment group, or information about a side gig that aligns perfectly with your nurturing abilities. Home-based business ventures receive particularly positive energy today, as do endeavors related to food, hospitality, or care services, all areas where your Cancer energies naturally excel. Be cautious around 3 p.m. when the Moon squares Neptune, temporarily clouding your financial judgment. This isn't the time for major purchases or investments. Instead, use this period for creative planning and visualization of your financial goals. Your emotional connection to security makes today's financial decisions especially significant. Remember that true wealth for Cancer involves both material comfort and emotional well-being. The evening brings clarifying energy from Saturn, helping you develop practical structures around any financial opportunities that emerged earlier. Consider setting up automatic savings transfers or researching tax advantages for any new income streams. Jupiter's influence suggests expansion, but Saturn reminds you to build sustainable foundations. Water sign financial energy today emphasizes flow notice where money comes in easily and where it feels restricted. Lean into the natural pathways. Cancer's financial story today isn't just about immediate gains, but establishing channels for long-term abundance that support your deepest need for security. A conversation with a family member could provide surprising financial insight or opportunity, particularly around shared resources or property matters. Your heightened empathy today allows you to understand others' financial motivations in negotiations, giving you a subtle advantage. Trust this awareness. The final aspect of the day A Moon-Pluto sextile suggests that transformative financial power comes through embracing change rather than clinging to outdated security patterns. Consider where you might be holding onto financial habits that no longer serve your evolving life situation. Overall, June 11th offers Cancer a day of financial recalibration, with opportunities arising through intuition, communication, home-centered ventures, and willingness to evolve your approach to material security. On June 11, 2025, Cancer finds itself at a fascinating astrological crossroads where several planets align to create pockets of remarkable fortune. The Moon, your ruling celestial body, forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter in Pisces, opening up extraordinary opportunities in your ninth house of expansion and higher learning. This creates an energetic portal that makes this an exceptional day for academic pursuits, philosophical exploration, and anything that broadens your intellectual horizons. If you've been considering taking a course, applying for further education, or even planning travel that expands your worldview, the universe is offering substantial support today. The stars are literally aligning to help you see beyond your usual boundaries. The Venus-Neptune sextile, active today, brings particular fortune to your creative endeavors. Your intuitive nature is heightened, allowing artistic expression to flow with remarkable ease. For Cancers working in creative fields, this is a day when inspiration comes naturally, and your emotional depth translates beautifully into whatever medium you choose. Even those in more analytical professions will find that adding a creative approach to problem-solving yields surprisingly effective results. Your ability to blend practicality with imagination becomes your superpower today. Financial matters also receive favorable energy, particularly regarding shared resources and investments. With Mercury forming a supportive aspect to Pluto in your 8th house, conversations about money, especially involving partnerships or legacy planning, proceed with unusual clarity and mutual understanding. Pay attention to insights or opportunities related to investments, particularly those that align with your long-term security needs, a priority for your security-conscious sign. Your home environment, always important to a Cancer, becomes an especially fortunate area today. The current cosmic weather creates a nurturing atmosphere where family connections can be strengthened. Any efforts to improve your living space or create more harmony in your domestic life are cosmically supported. Consider this an ideal day for important family discussions, home improvements, or establishing new household routines that better serve everyone's needs. Health and wellness initiatives are another area of significant fortune today. Your body seems more responsive to positive changes, whether beginning a new nutrition plan or adjusting your exercise routine. The Moon-Jupiter trine enhances your natural healing abilities, making this an excellent day to address any ongoing health concerns through both conventional and holistic approaches. Your intuition about what your body needs is particularly accurate now. Relationship dynamics, especially those involving emotional intimacy, flow with remarkable ease today. You'll find people are more receptive to your naturally nurturing approach, and connections, both personal and professional, deepen without the usual effort. Your empathic abilities are heightened, allowing you to understand others' needs almost before they express them. This creates opportunities for meaningful bonding and strengthening important relationships. Spiritual pursuits receive special blessing today. Your intuitive capabilities are exceptionally strong, making this an ideal day for meditation, journaling, or any practice that connects you with your inner wisdom. Dreams may be particularly vivid and meaningful. Pay attention to any messages that come through these channels, as they contain valuable guidance tailored specifically to your path. Career matters also benefit from today's fortunate alignments, particularly in areas requiring emotional intelligence or caregiving. Your natural ability to nurture others becomes a professional asset, potentially bringing recognition from authority figures or opening doors to advancement. Projects involving support services, healthcare, food services, or emotional well-being are especially favored. Social connections made today have unusual staying power and may prove beneficial far into the future. The current astral climate helps you attract people who resonate with your authentic self rather than any persona you might sometimes adopt. These connections have the potential to develop into meaningful friendships or alliances that support your personal and professional growth for years to come. Your communication style benefits from an interesting Mercury-Neptune aspect, allowing you to express emotional truths with both sensitivity and clarity. This is particularly fortunate when discussing matters close to your heart or when you need to advocate for yourself or loved ones. Words flow easily, and others find themselves unusually receptive to your perspective. Use this gift wisely to address any important matters that have been difficult to discuss previously. As the cosmic energies align on June 11, 2025, Cáncer, your social landscape receives a profound celestial spotlight. The moon, your ruling celestial body, forms a harmonious trine with Neptune in Pisces, creating an exceptionally intuitive atmosphere around your social connections. This alignment deepens your empathic abilities, allowing you to sense the unspoken emotions and needs of those in your circle before they even voice them. Venus, positioned in Leo during this time, activates your second house, creating an interesting dynamic where social gatherings might involve financial discussions or shared resources. You may find yourself drawn to events that combine networking with practical benefits, perhaps a community fundraiser or a workshop where skills are exchanged. This Venus placement encourages you to step out of your comfort zone and shine more brightly in group settings than you typically might. Mercury, now direct in Gemini, brings clarity to communications within your friendship circle. A misunderstanding that occurred several weeks ago finally resolves itself through honest conversation. This is particularly significant for relationships with air sign friends, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who may have misconstrued your emotional responses as withdrawal rather than processing. Jupiter's continued journey through Virgo influences your third house of communication and local connections. This creates fertile ground for establishing new relationships in your immediate environment, perhaps with neighbors, siblings, or community members you frequently encounter. A chance meeting at a local establishment could evolve into a meaningful friendship that offers both practical support and emotional understanding. Mars in Taurus activates your 11th house of friendships and social networks, providing steady, determined energy for strengthening alliance bonds. This placement supports joining forces with like-minded individuals for causes you believe in. Your natural protective instincts may extend beyond your immediate circle to broader community concerns, positioning you as a nurturing force within group endeavors. The South Node in Cáncer suggests you're working through patterns of emotional dependency in relationships. Today's energy supports releasing outdated attachment styles that may have kept you clinging to relationships that no longer serve your growth. Notice if you're maintaining connections out of habit or security rather than genuine alignment. Saturn's position in Pisces creates a subtle tension with your natal sun, prompting a reevaluation of boundaries within your social circles. You may recognize the need to establish clearer parameters around your emotional availability and energy. Not everyone deserves unrestricted access to your nurturing capabilities, Cáncer, and today's planetary arrangement helps you discern who truly appreciates your sensitive nature. Uranus in Gemini forms an interesting sextile to your sign, introducing unexpected social opportunities through technology or innovative group formats. An invitation to join an unconventional gathering or online community could connect you with kindred spirits who appreciate your depth while encouraging your evolution. This might involve cross-generational connections that bring fresh perspectives to your worldview. Pluto's transformative energy in Aquarius influences your 8th house of shared resources and intimate bonds. This suggests that power dynamics within close relationships are subtly shifting. You're developing greater comfort with vulnerability in select relationships while simultaneously strengthening your emotional independence. This paradoxical growth allows for deeper connections without sacrificing your sense of self. For those Cancers involved in organizational leadership, today's cosmic climate supports implementing nurturing practices within team structures. Your intuitive understanding of others' emotional needs positions you perfectly to create environments where people feel both safe and motivated to contribute their best. Family relationships receive beneficial aspects today as ancestral patterns around socialization come into focus. You might gain insights about how your early family experiences shaped your approach to friendship and community. This awareness offers healing potential, particularly around fears of rejection or abandonment that may have limited your social expansion in the past. Digital communications take on emotional significance today. Messages received may carry more weight than their surface content suggests. Trust your intuition when interpreting the tone and subtext of interactions, particularly with water sign friends Scorpio, Pisces, who communicate on multiple levels simultaneously. The day's energy especially supports heart-centered gatherings in domestic settings. Hosting a small dinner or intimate gathering at home allows your natural hosting abilities to shine while creating the authentic connection you crave. Food prepared with intention becomes a vehicle for emotional bonding that transcends ordinary social interaction. Professionally, networking takes on a more personal quality. Connections made or strengthened today have potential to evolve beyond mere career advancement into genuine relationships that honor the whole person. Your ability to remember personal details and check in authentically sets you apart in professional social settings. As the day concludes, take time to journal about which social interactions filled your emotional cup versus those that drained your energy. This practice builds self-awareness that will guide future decisions about where and with whom you invest your precious relational energy. Remember that, as a Cancer, quality of connection will always matter more to you than quantity of social contacts. As the cosmic energies align for Cancer on June 11, 2025, you'll find yourself particularly receptive to intuitive insights. The moon, your ruling celestial body, forms a harmonious trine with Neptune today, heightening your natural intuitive abilities and emotional awareness. This is not the day to dismiss those gut feelings. They're speaking volumes of truth if you simply listen. When making decisions today, pause and check in with your inner voice before proceeding. The universe is offering you clarity through subtle channels rather than obvious signs. Your emotional sensitivity is actually your greatest strength today, not a weakness to overcome. Use it as your compass. In professional settings, trust your instincts about colleagues' underlying motivations. Someone may present one face while harboring different intentions. This isn't about becoming paranoid, but rather about honoring your natural Cancer ability to sense emotional undercurrents. Around midday, when the moon shifts aspects with Mars, you might feel a sudden urge to protect your personal boundaries. This is cosmic permission to politely decline commitments that don't feel aligned with your true path. Practicing small acts of healthy selfishness today will prevent larger regrets tomorrow. Hydration will be particularly important for your emotional balance today. Cancer's water element requires literal water to maintain harmony. Aim for at least 8 full glasses, perhaps infused with calming herbs like chamomile or lavender. Your home environment will significantly impact your mental state today. Take 15 minutes this morning to clear any chaos or clutter in your personal space, particularly focusing on your bedroom and kitchen areas. Creating order externally will help organize your thoughts internally. For those Cancers struggling with a difficult decision, today offers clarity if you step away from overthinking. The answer won't come from endless pro-con lists, but from quieting your mind and feeling the resonance of each option. Financially, delay major purchases until after the 15th, when Mercury moves into a more favorable position for commerce. Instead, use today to review and organize your resources. In relationships, practice radical honesty with kindness. The current planetary alignment supports deep conversations that build emotional intimacy rather than superficial exchanges. Communication receives cosmic support after 4 p.m. when Mercury forms a sextile with Jupiter, making it an ideal time to express feelings you've been harboring. Your tendency toward caretaking others must be balanced today with self-nurturing. Set aside at least 30 minutes for a ritual that replenishes your emotional reserves, perhaps a warm bath with sea salts, a quiet meditation by water, or journaling your innermost thoughts without judgment. Digestion may be sensitive today as the lunar energies impact your solar plexus. Choose foods that are gentle and nourishing rather than heavy or processing intensive. Your creative expression channels are particularly open today, making it an excellent opportunity to engage with artistic pursuits, especially those involving water elements like watercolor painting, flowing dance, or music composition. Forgiveness, both offering it to others and extending it to yourself, creates powerful healing potential under today's aspects. Identify one grudge or self-criticism you're ready to release, and consciously perform a letting go visualization. Dreams tonight will carry significant messages, so keep a notebook by your bed to record impressions upon waking. Trust the wisdom of your unconscious mind as it processes today's experiences and offers guidance for tomorrow's path. Remember that your sensitivity is not just your vulnerability. It's your superpower when properly channeled and honored. Today's Cancer horoscope for June 11, 2025. Dear Cancer, as the cosmic energies align on this significant day, you find yourself at an interesting crossroads. With the sun still journeying through Gemini and occupying your 12th house of the subconscious, hidden matters are coming to light. This is the final phase before your birthday season, a time of inner reflection and spiritual preparation. The moon, your ruling celestial body, forms a potent trine with Neptune today, deepening your intuitive abilities and emotional sensitivity. You may experience moments of profound clarity about situations that have previously seemed confusing or uncertain. Pay special attention to your dreams and those subtle nudges from your higher self. They contain valuable messages about your path forward. In your professional sphere, Mercury in your sign forms a favorable aspect with Saturn, helping you communicate your ideas with unusual precision and authority. This is an excellent day